Welcome to the Explainer. So while the world's superpowers are kind of stuck debating how to handle AI, South Korea just went ahead and passed a comprehensive national law, the AI Basic Act. Now, this is one of the very first of its kind, which means it's not just a law for one country. No, this could become the blueprint for nations everywhere trying to figure out their own AI future.
And to really get why this is such a huge deal, you just have to look at what's happening around the world. You've got the US with a voluntary framework. Then there's the EU, which is building a really complex, legally binding system. And Japan, they're focused on soft regulations to just get the industry growing. Everybody is taking a completely different path.
So that begs the question, right? For one of the most technologically advanced nations on the planet, where does South Korea fit into all this? What unique path is it trying to carve out for itself?
Well, their answer is a strategy they're calling promotion-first, flexible regulation. The idea here isn't just about controlling AI, it's about actively growing their own domestic industry. It's a really smart move designed to turn South Korea into a global AI powerhouse by pushing for innovation, while at the same time building up public trust.
And this philosophy, it's literally written right into the law. They're trying to steer a middle course here to get all the economic benefits of AI without ignoring the very real need for safety and clear rules. It's this really pragmatic balance between ambition and, responsibility. So how do they actually pull this off? Well, the law itself is built on 3 pillars that perfectly show this balanced approach. First, it sets up a national governance system. Second, it creates real support to actively promote the AI industry. And third, it focuses on building that all-important foundation of safety and trust. Okay, so what does this mean in the real world? The law introduces 3 key obligations for businesses, and it all starts with defining a brand new and very important category of AI. First up, the law defines something called high-impact AI. Now, this isn't just any old algorithm. We're talking about an AI system that, if it messes up or gets misused, could have a major negative effect on people's lives, their safety, or even their basic rights. And this isn't some abstract idea, The law gets super specific. It applies this label to AI used in really critical public sectors. I mean, think about it. An AI controlling a power grid, helping with a medical diagnosis, managing traffic systems, or making decisions in education. The stakes in these areas are incredibly high. So the bottom line is this. Any business using AI in these sensitive fields now has specific new duties. They have to create a solid risk management plan. They have to build in measures to protect users, and they absolutely have to keep detailed records on how the system works. The second major rule is what's called the transparency obligation. This is all about preventing deception and building trust, especially with generative AI. The AI that creates new text or images. The idea is simple. You have a right to know when you're dealing with an AI, not a person. And in practice, this could be as simple as a pop-up you see on a website, a clear statement in the terms of service, or some other direct signal. The point is, companies have to let you know before you start interacting with one of these high-impact or generative AI systems.
And it doesn't stop there. Any content created by generative AI, an image, a piece of text, a video, it has to be identifiable. This can be done with a visible label or even an invisible digital watermark, making sure there's a clear line between what a human made and what an AI generated.
Finally, we have this safety obligation. Now, this one is aimed squarely at the creators of the most advanced AI systems, what some people call frontier AI models. These are the really powerful, cutting-edge AIs. Their developers now have a duty to constantly look for, evaluate, and reduce potential risks all the way through the AI's life. All right, so you've got all these new rules. The big question is, how will they be enforced? And this is where that promotion-first philosophy really comes to life. The law is designed to actually guide businesses through this change, focusing on support, not just on punishment. A key feature here is a grace period. See, the government gets that companies need time to adapt. So instead of slapping them with fines right away for a violation, the first step will be a correction order. The focus is on working together and helping businesses get it right. And we're not just talking about flexible rules here. They are putting their money where their mouth is. For 2026, the government has already set aside a budget of over 2 billion won. I mean, that's a pretty clear signal of just how committed they are to helping businesses get on board. And that money has a very specific job: to directly help companies, especially small and medium-sized ones, cover the costs of getting compliant.
We're talking about things like paying for expert consulting, getting safety certifications, and doing those required AI impact assessments.
So you take this unique mix of promoting the industry and regulating it. What does it all mean for the rest of the world that's watching this play out? This quote from South Korea's Ministry of Science and ICT, it just perfectly captures the spirit of this law. The whole framework is built on being rational and flexible. The goal is to put only the minimum necessary burden on companies so they can grow, while still making sure the public is safe. And that leaves us with a final thought. As so many nations struggle to find the right path forward, South Korea's model offers a really compelling vision. It's a practical blueprint for any country that wants to compete in the age of AI without giving up on safety. And, that kind of model could be especially attractive to other nations looking to build their own tech ecosystems from the ground up.